Got the fountain finally fixed. A little bit bigger of the liner on there. Lined it with some moss, which is happy because it stays wet from the spattering water. So that's good. Coming out here in the morning on Sunday. It's 9:30. Already 71 degrees. July 6th. And look at the stargazer lilies are not even really big yet. So they're not happy here anymore. Getting a little bit of color on the hosta here. A little bit. And the Campobella is really banging up. Look at that. And the hydrangea, full bloom now. These are nice and healthy this year. Nice and healthy. Wanted to get out early and get some sun from a different angle and before it gets hot. Liatris is coming in good back here, no flowers yet. A little bit of Sweet William. Bee balm over here isn't opening yet, but it will. And that's the Hubbard squash coming in good. It likes it there, I think. It gets more of the afternoon sun, a little bit in the morning, staying in the corner there. When it starts growing out and spilling over, it can have all this area to vine out. Still waiting to see if this guy's going to flower. Not a lot of growth, but no flower yet. Daisies are still around. And black-eyed Susans. Still nothing on this milkweed. I think that the aphids and the ants have really just made a mess of things. Misha's catnip in the back is getting ready to flower, so I'm probably going to cut some of those buds. Peaches are coming along good. Oh, speaking of Misha. Hi, handsome boy. He probably wants me to open the barn up. Hazelnut has already gotten its fruiting bodies here. Quite a few of them this year. And this thing is getting really big. Sweet William here. The bee balm. And we have bee balm here opening up. The wisteria is reaching up too. Down in here, it's there's actually Liatris right down in here that's totally crowded out. So Dee's just going to try to move that. So yeah, right now it's the red bee balm. That's so pretty what it does with the leaves too. A little bit of Campobella mixed in, and we're waiting for all of these lilies to open. They're really late this year. So it went quick. Oh, hey, Robin. Go ahead. You take your insect over to your babies. Go ahead. go to the mulberry. You go ahead. You go that way. I'm going this way. Alright, so this looks a little disappointing now because it's already losing the flowers. So what I'll do, I did get some really good footage of it earlier in the week. So I'll show you the mountain laurel at its full glory. And this side range is coming in nice. Getting the white there. And back here, these lilies are really starting to pop now. Asta redid this a little bit back here. A little bit more room. Foamy bells are great, and look at the clematis. Finally here, we got 2 down in there, and another 4 up here. With plenty more coming. And this side here really didn't do too much climbing, and no flowers yet on this side. So a little bit going on this rose, but most of the blooms are off. There was another brief one on that rose that lasted about a day. So coming up here Thursday afternoon with the boys, seeing how the garden's doing. The sweet potatoes are doing wonderful. These are marigolds from seed and some nasturtium. These are getting nice and big. That's fenugreek in here. This had started off so good at the beginning of the season before we had that cold snap. It really set it back. So these are trail-of-tear beans here. Climbing. This one started climbing and it looks like the end got unhappy there. So maybe I fussed with that one too much, or maybe it doesn't quite want to go up that high, but we have a lot of them growing together in here. Twisting together up in here. All the way up. And these are starting to grab onto this string here. Oh, look at this one here. It took the leap over instead of following the string. It already grabbed onto the fence here, so that's good. And then this one over here is traveling up nicely along there. Teddy's peeing on the sunflowers, which are starting to climb. Broccoli's looking nice and full, although it's getting a couple of little holes in that leaf. And then look how full the calypso beans are doing. We got flowers on here. So it's getting to be about time we're going to take these covers completely off. I think this might be getting full enough now that maybe Misha won't find too much room. We definitely want to take off for the lettuce. You can kind of see through there how big all that's getting. Just going to have to keep an eye on things because the lettuce grows really low. So if Misha comes in here, that makes more of a mess at this point than things like the cabbage do. But I'll tell you, these have been really good. We had another heavy downpour this morning. We had a thunderstorm. It was really heavy downpour for a while. And looking out, I could see from the house the eggplant, which is doing okay. It wasn't really getting like it was bending over too much. But things like, the lettuce and the tops of the carrots are pretty fragile too, still. So protecting them from that heavy downpour is really nice. So maybe some of them I'll leave the top on for that. Oh my God, look at how great the lettuce is coming in this. Fantastic. Now the eggplant leaves, you can see we're getting some holes in there. And I'm pretty sure those are flea beetles that we're getting. And we have a lot of blossoms on there too. So I'm going to treat this with diatomaceous earth. I still have a bunch left from when we were raising the goats. So I'll put that around, try to gently get it on the leaves and stuff too, as well as on the soil, and we'll see how that does. It's supposed to work really good. It's non-toxic. Unfortunately, it's also non-discriminatory, so it will affect any critter, so I'm going to try to not get it on the blossoms. The other thing that I have to do is I have to get this temporary off of here because this tomato is just, it needs support. It's taken over the whole bed. Even from last week when I was looking at this, it's like doubled in size again. So we have to trim off the extras, get it to 1 or 2 main leads because this is indeterminate. And then this cover has to come off, and since it's grown so tall, we may actually put a beam through that out to here to give it that extra 2-3 feet to grow up. And Sweet William is glowing on camera here. As well as we had 3 blossoms on this rose, but the rain today broke one of the stems, so we brought that in to put up in the vase. And then this wild Astilbe, I believe, here. And all this Sweet William is starting to fill in nicely. There's a little garter snake. Hey, buddy, it's all right. I see you. Hi. You keep eating them bugs. I think what happened with this garlic, I thought down here was good because the downhill, the water would keep it hydrated, and the soil there is all very rich, loamy soil because it gets the runoff from here, but I think it's actually too wet. I think it's getting too much moisture and it's unhappy. In the past, when we've had better luck with garlic, it's been in drier spots. In the fall, when I planted it, it was pretty dry there. But so we're going to try again. We're going to get a new bed, probably out in the front yard, one of those smaller metal beds that we have flowers in, or there's a wooden bed over there. And we'll try that. Because we're not going to get another raised bed for back here, not for a while. And again, I just think it doesn't need soil that's that rich and that wet. Anyway, boys, we're just working on eating grass, finding old acorns. You know, today I have real dog treats. You want a real dog treat? Look at that dirty mouth. Look at that dirty mouth. You're dirty. Look at dirty mouth. That's all you're doing up here in the garden, boys? I don't suppose you want to help me carry that 40-pound bag of diatomaceous earth. I guess not. Yeah, so I'll get some more footage. It's just the beginning of the long holiday weekend. Go around the yard, see how everything else is coming in or passing by. This elephant ear hosta. There's some white flowers starting on it. So it's really grown in here because I wanted to let the daisies go. But I got to get in here and trim down now that some of the daisies are dying off. But here is this hosta, or the staghorn sumac. And it's actually starting to bud too. Right here, it's doing really good. Horseflies or deer flies found me. They're very territorial about this section here. So when we will come up the driveway, they start latching on. Here's the second one here, and look, we got two on here. So it made it. It survived. Very happy. And they'll follow us, you know, good ways up the driveway. And when you're coming home, they like start harassing the car. And they follow all the way down. When you get out of the car, they're waiting. And they kind of jump on us. Alright, so I'm probably going to get out and see how much I can mow before the heat really starts making it unbearable.